representing the Big West Conference, your third-ranked Hawaii Rainbow Warriors lineup. At middle blocker, 6'4" senior from Hollywood, Florida, number 1, Cameron Thorne, Andrew Rowan. At middle blocker, at outside hitter, 6'7" sophomore from Manhattan Beach, California, number 12, Sean Kelly from North Carolina, number 19, David Decker. And at libero, 5'9" junior from Naples, Florida, number 28, Christopher Conavoy, the Bruins, John Hawks.
Ringing out my phone like, is you really home? I stay out the place inside, I seen a million. 5% attention, plus I got
At opposite, 6'10" sophomore from Kailua, Oahu. At outside hitter, 6'5" sophomore from Lyon, France, number 7. At middle blocker, 6'8" sophomore from Houston, Texas, number 9. 6'10" sophomore from Mesa, Arizona, number 20, Jamel Jordan.
The first contact when UCLA passes well, Andrew Rowan can set the best offense in the country. When passing is poor, the Bruins can be vulnerable. And for Hawaii,
wearing their Kahai Hawai'i jerseys, special edition, up for auction. They will serve first. Rosenthal forces the overpass. They go middle, and it is Justin Todd with the demolitions for both teams here. One serving 0. It's Rosenthal. Another good serve handled by the libero Chris Connolly. They go back row, and UCLA
going on. His best games are ahead of him. I'm telling you, just a sophomore, this guy can do it all.
Yeah, over the last handful of matches, he has hit his career high multiple times. Ran over and gave his head coach John Hawks a high five after that block. But there was no blocking that. Justin Todd with another annihilation.
All the way from Houston to see this match tonight.
Here's Adrian War. UCLA under second-year head coach John Hawks. They are 17-0. It is their first 17-0 start since 1984. What a pass there by Quentin Gray. UCLA, and I think Kainoa Wade petitioning to his father, Charlie Wade, that one should be challenged.
Challenge.
Yeah, the crowd saw the replay above, so they reacted. I think we know where their sentiment lies. And Hunter Heleniak are the two line judges.
You see the hand of Rama that time.
There was some doubt as to whether or not this match was going to be played, what would the turnout be, but people have come out in full force. And so we were commenting with the RE. That was when Hawaii was going for the three-peat. Yeah. UCLA won in 4 sets. Well, there is a long enriched history advantage. Last time they faced off was in last year's national semifinal, and UCLA won. So Hawaii gets the point, and we're knotted at 3 as you take a look at head coach Charlie Wade. 12-14 in his tenure as head coach against UCLA, and 8 Drew Rowan off of the net. D set, and that one stays on the UCLA side. Now on the other side, the lefty swing of David Decker pinballed around.
Some people might want to know why the word Bick is. It means back row quick. And long ago, I asked John Sprout.
He gets the set from the back row, but he got under it a little bit, and he sends it out. So we've seen a service. Here's Zach Rama. How good has this guy been this year? Here is Wade, double block against him. Hits it hard angle wide. And a couple of unforced hitting errors for Hawaii, giving a couple of freebie points to UCLA. We're going to go right side. It's Wade, cross court, and also wide. No touch up front. And Hawaii hitting negative here at the moment. And I think we're going to have another paddle. And it was Louis Sakonoko who walked over and said, no, don't challenge it. As the serve goes wide. Sandra Day O'Connor High School. 5th in the nation in kills per set. And how about that serve? Kainoa Wade throwing flames
in the shoulder.
5 serving 7. That one tight to the net. And we're going to... So UCLA gets the point, and it will be Cameron Thorne to serve. And Sakanoko's turn to serve.
He's been working really hard in his serve this week, Kanoa. Going from the really super high top.
And that's Decker. David Decker, 6'9" redshirt junior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. In his 4th year with
Florida volleyball camp.
Yeah. Sakanoko had the sprawl for that. Wade, 3 blockers up, and he's able to beat it.
Vail.
Oh, and the jump float by Trey Jordan. A rare service error for him. Pass by Sakanoko is a good one. Here's War, blocked back. The cover there by Greenwich. The center of the court. Now, Hawaii had worked to the advantage, but that first touch was a little tricky from Rosenthal. War finally settles it as he goes.
Was patient, hung in there, and scrambled at the end.
Rosenthal on serve.
Served there by Rosenthal. Great pass. Rama back row. And there's Sean Kelly again. Able to get the ricochet. Had 9 kills, 10 digs against Lewis 2 nights ago.
One of the things that Rowan does best is find his hot hitters and ride them.
Backsided.
Zach Rama at 6'8". He's a tall tree out there. Tough to get over.
And I got some go-go gadget arms on top of that 6'8" frame. By Sakanoko. And UCLA has opened up its largest lead of this first set. Now, we were talking about it in the pregame segment. In kills per set and hitting percentage nationally. Talking about Tread Rosenthal and Andrew Rowan. There is another assist there for Rosenthal. But
so a lot of similarities there. Both had pretty good serve too, by the way. First team All-American last year get blocked, and that time he was trying to avoid Todd, but just could not get around those big paws.
Yeah, he's hitting 540 coming
over off the French national team, the under-21 team. He's had so much international experience. I don't know if he's had crowds like this, though, Kanoa. As keys to the game are concerned is, how much of a factor will the 7th man play tonight? These 10,000 people in this arena.
I mean, even if you're UCLA, this is still something that's extra. Hawai'i in this opening set. That's his 3rd kill on his 3rd swing.
He's got the hot hand right now. I wouldn't be surprised if
UCLA at the moment, just 1 hitting error. They're hitting .455. Hawai'i has 5 hitting errors. They're at a .111. So something. How are they hanging in there?
Yeah, well, their serving has been pretty good, putting UCLA, out of system once in a while, but they do it by being patient in long rallies as well.
And that one knuckled down there by Thorne. Those are some tight quarters, but you get a glimpse. Made sure he got that one in. Rowan goes back row, and my goodness, Zach Rama looking to hurt people.
That was something special right there. Look out.
Middle set, there's Jordan going up over the top of everybody and getting the kill. So the middles putting in some work here tonight. And now we're going to have a service sub for Hawai'i. It is Finn Kearney who will retreat back to serve. It was great to see Finn. Rigger also saw a healthy dose of Christian Tatrisky. Here's Kelly, 3 blockers up, and he's able to just find the open floor. Just a sophomore showing some savvy.
What a smart shot. Saw the block was lined up on there might have been 3 blockers up that dropped in. Smart play.
18 serving 15. Pass by Roar is a good one. Middle set, Todd gets blocked. Zach Rama again. 10 kills, just 1 error. Hawai'i 9 kills, 6 errors on 21 attempts. They're hitting 143. And that so far has been the story of this opening frame.
Those 2 averages should merge closer together, but the way UCLA's playing, hitting 600, that's a tough offense.
Pass pulls Rosenthal off the net. D-set goes to Wade. Block slowed him down. So Bruins on the attack. Rowan goes outside the Rama. What a layout save there by Greenwich off the block. Over the second touch, drifts over to UCLA's.
Play organized volleyball till his senior year, where he made Fab 50 that year in high school. Pretty amazing story.
And then quickly shot up the ladder as he was also invited to play with the USA national program, the U21 Pan Am Cup in Cuba. in 2023. So you're right, from very humble and abrupt beginnings in the sport. Michael Wong Diallo, now one of the points in bunches here to get back in the mix. David Decker, the southpaw swing. That was another heater. He's averaging just under 2.6 kills per set this year, hitting 348. They come at you from all angles, don't they, C-Mac?
They really do. He wants to be an engineer. He engineered that shot pretty well, don't you think? Wow.
Preserve setter, 6'5" sophomore. Forces an overpass, and then that one winds up in the lap of Louis Sakanoko, courtesy Cameron Thorne, and you see
sitting comfortably here. 22-16 in first.
Top throw with a great serve. He won't get an ace out of that. He didn't earn the point.
Comes from incredible stock in the history of UCLA.
Brandon went to school with my son, Parker, at UCLA, same classroom. You know that.
Greenwich high ball set out to Wade, and that one may have caught dome of Rom.
Sometimes you can be too big. His head was well over that. He was inviting his dome to be hit.
17 serving 22. On two knees, the pass by Rama, back row set, and it is Sean Kelly again. That has been clockwork precision-like for UCLA in this first set.
Is that 6 for him now? He's got 6 or 7 kills. He only averages 3.5. That's his 6th.
On 6 attempts, mind you.
Yeah.
Hawaii out of system. Cross court set. It's going to drift over the net. Now we got a joust up there. Stays on the Hawaii side. Sakanoko will two-hand it over. Big advantage here for the Bruins. Rowan goes middle, and Cameron Thorne smashes it.
He's just so...
Trying to do the same here in set 2. Outside, that's Kelly. And man, this guy has been a load this evening. That is his 10th kill on his 12th attempt. Just one hitting error. He has been superhuman here through these first 2 sets, hitting 750. Now Decker trying to bring the heat. 76 miles an hour on the gun, but it goes long.
Almost caught Kainoa Wade in the foot. Well, UCLA playing late in matches. How about the way they reverse swept Long Beach State? That's playing pretty good in late.
The USC in 5 at SE. Came through late in that one as well. Back row set, Rama, one hand punch up, save Wade. Louis sets up, Roar gets it blocked back off his head. Wade sends it over, but out. Oh man, UCLA, it just feels like they continue to apply so much pressure on you that even though Hawaii is very much in this second set, you get the feeling that they are doing so much more scrambling on their side of the net.
Yeah, they really are. They're playing some great defense. You saw Chatrisky that he was bouncing up and down. What coach, I'm ready.
An ace there for Sean Kelly. Charlie Wade going to sig for a timeout. Bruins doing that thing again. Starting to find their rhythm late in the set. Hawaii try to disrupt it when we get back.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap. No, right? I wonder why. What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys? Yeah. Thanks, Taco Bell!
At Kaiser Permanente, we know you're busy, and taking time off of work is hard.
We make sure there are lots of ways you can access care, from in-person appointments to 24/7 virtual visits.
You can use the app, call an advice nurse, or talk to a doctor with our Get Care Now service. It's all built in.
here so far in Manoa. But 6 total blocks here so far in this match. 3 of them coming here in set 2.
So that guy Cameron Thorne really moves quickly across along the net. Side, he's really quick.
Just 6'4", team leader in blocks. Led the team last year, had over 100 blocks. UCLA by 3 out of the timeout. Sakanobu going to highball it to his fellow countryman Adrian Rohr. The dig by Connolly, second touch chase down Kelly, and then Rohr getting a swing out of it, but he got under and sends it out. Hawaii perhaps a bit fortunate there. The unforced hitting error by Zach Rama. They'll take it, and they trail by 2.
We got a pretty good set in that back bump set from 45 feet away. Just could not quite keep it inside the lines.
And Christian Tatriski hearing it from the crowd as he is put into the match. Hawaii trying to find something that works. Their pin hitters struggling right now. Adrian Rohr hitting 071. Noah Wade in the negatives. Louis Sakanoku flatlining it right now. Maybe Christian can inject a little bit of energy there. But that's not good help as Tread Rosenthal serves it into the antenna.
Tatriski, a tough rotation out there in rotation 1, where he plays left front. He loves it way more on the right than he does on the left. We'll see. My prediction is that Tread Rosenthal, if he gets a good pass, will go to Todd in the middle.
Here's Trent Telefero. 21 serving 18. Good pass there by Greenwich. Backside Rohr. It's a joust up there. Good cover by Rosenthal. Sakanoku sets up Rohr. Cross court. That's dug up nicely by Decker. Here's Rom from the left side. And he just found the smallest crevice in that Hawaii block to take line and find the floor for another UCLA point.
Boy, he's got such range. He can go down, cut it back down the line. He can go OTT over top. He's got the thin slice of bread, wrist away. He's the real deal.
UCLA trying to complete the set of wins against Big West Conference teams.
Brandon Tolifer right there, Trenton's father.
Yeah, he is a volleyball UCLA setting legend, 2-time national champion, the UCLA Hall of Fame. Now an assistant with the USA Women's Volleyball program.
He used to drive to work with Don Spraw every day.
Back low, that's Louis. Did he get a touch? No touch. And a point for UCLA, and once again, just like the tail end of set 1, Bruin Christian Tatriski got the touch. And so the first touch for Christian is a kill. And we'll see if that can rev the engine here for Hawaii. Facing a steep uphill challenge here to try to get back to the second.
Nice serve run by Taliaferro. He put him in this, gave UCLA a nice little space.
Rohr on the serve. Back row, things got a little mixed up there timing-wise. Rohr on 2. Able to get it down along that back line. At least that's the initial call by the line judge. And that is immediately challenged by John Hawks.
The commission call is ball entered in. UCLA is challenging ball out.
And so Lenny Rubinall will take a look at this. John Hawks returns to UCLA, where he served as an assistant for 7 years, led the recruiting efforts, also served as an assistant at Long Beach, USC, Irvine, was a head coach for 2 years at Loyola Chicago, MIVA Coach of the Year in 2023. Was there just enough of that inline clipped scene?
Yeah, it looked like it was just enough. We'll see, though. They may not use our camera angle there. They may use their own system.
Yeah, they have the DV Sport camera system set up. They are supposed to be able to access the camera angles that we have on our production as well. So there should be no shortage of angles available here for Randy Rubinall. What do you think about these Kahai Hawaii jerseys that Hawaii's wearing tonight?
I like them. I like them. I think they're going to go for big bids, like Sakako's last week.
Oh,
that was
man.
unbelievable. Somebody paid over $3,000 for his jersey.
And it will be a Hawaii point. The call is upheld, so John Hawks loses that challenge. And Hawaii back within 3. And they score here. Best believe this crowd will erupt. Good serve by War. What a pass, Kelly. Outside Rama block, but it goes out. Oh, Christian Tadriski got a good piece of it. But UCLA now sitting on a low ball in the second.
And their best server behind the service line, Andrew Rowan.
24 serving 20. Float serve, drift out, let by Finn Kearney. And Kearney will now rotate back to serve. So Kearney out there in place of Louis Sakanoko. Adrian War continues as one of the pin hitters for Hawaii, and Christian Tadriski at the oppo position. Outside, this is Rama off Tadriski and right back in his grill. So Christian Tadriski with a little deep. And Hawaii jumps up 2-1 here in the third.
Nice block by Tadriski. Very disciplined there. Not trying to do anything fancy. Just goes straight up and down. Pressing over the net.
10 kills the other night, hit .438. Had a couple of aces against Mount Olive. It was his first action since January 14th. And speaking of action, a little action at the net for Hawaii. As Justin Todd jumped up to Roar, and you see Tadriski putting his arms around the entire huddle. And he looks to be pretty pumped up to be out there.
The reason there's a challenge right now is that Thorne told Coach Hawks, go use the challenge card because I think that Justin Todd netted.
That is the challenge that Hawaii committed a net violation. So we'll see if we can pick it up here on our net cam.
Oh, no, that is the ball shaking the net, not Todd. This should be a quick review.
Now, can't see it, at least from that angle. It didn't look like there was anything, certainly not obvious enough to revert the call, and Randy Rudolph has already made a decision, and the call will be upheld. So the second lost challenger for John Hawks. And it's 3-1 Hawaii.
When you're up 2-6-0, I don't think he's too worried about only having one challenge up. The last one he should use judiciously, that's for sure.
Served by Kearney. Dug out of the bench area there by Decker. Oust above the tape. Stays on the Hawaii side. Here's Tadriski. 3 blocks up. And he wraps the cage. It'll be played back. Rowan left side. Rama hanging, banging. But the save by Kearney. Back row to Finn.
There's a new wrinkle. Send the Bick to a lefty. Flying out of the back row.
Kearney, who had 9 kills, just 1 error, a couple aces the other night. With the serve, that hit goes long. Was there a touch? No touch. And Hawaii has opened up a 5-1 lead here in the third. Similar start to this third frame to what we saw in set 2, though. We should remind ourselves. As the next serve goes into the time, but solid run to fire the fans up here for Finn Kearney, and now it will be Andrew Rowan, who ended set 2 on an ace. Back behind service line.
Surprised why he didn't go with four passes here. Just Rowan is just so good.
And that one goes long. And now the Bruins players are asking John Hawks to challenge that one. He only has the 1 challenge left, but he's going to do it. He's going to use it.
And then he's done for the night as far as challenges go.
Unless he wins this, of course.
Then he'll still have 1.
And that's,
that's well in.
That's well in.
Players gave Coach Hawks good advice there.
Yeah. So this should also be, for all intents and purposes, a pretty fast and speedy review. It looks like it will be. Randy Rubinall making the call. And that's in. So a successful challenge there for John Hawks. And it is a service ace for Andrew Rowan. That is his third of match. He had 4 the other night against Lewis. And back-to-back give him 4 of a kind.
It's something special, I'm telling you. Notice he puts a certain spin on the ball when he tosses it up. It allows him to, and sure enough, I said about maybe 7,500, but this looks like almost a full house.
Yeah.
Kudos to the fans who get through the rain or whatever other kind of difficulties they had to get to this epic battle.
I'm sure a lot of people were just pretty stir-crazy here on the island of Oahu after having 100 down, so maybe they just wanted to get out and have a little fun. Here's Orr, giving him a reason.
One-handed set by Rosenthal. That was a thing of beauty. He steals that ball from going across the net, says Roar, he just delivers. Wow.
So Adrian Roar, the one pin hitter left out there as the usual starter here for set 3. He has 7 kills to lead Hawaii. One-hand back set, Decker. Oh, we saw one-hand set by Rosenthal just seconds ago, and there is Andrew Rowan, their little mini game of can you top this?
Well, these two setters are something else, aren't they? They played the ball at such a high contact level that the passers have a lot more room to pass it up close to the net, knowing that an overpass could be delivered as a good set.
Another ace here for UCLA. That is their 6th of the match. That went off the palm of David Decker. And that one fell right between a couple of receivers there for Hawaii.
He is the second best acer for this team, I believe.
He and Rowan entered the match tied for the lead in aces on the team. Here's Tatriki on the D set. And that was beautifully played that time.
The reasons that Rosenthal stayed in the game the other night against Mount Olive was to set Treesky and Kearney just in case those two were going to be playing tonight.
That one tapped back by Rosenthal. D set. Oh, tough placement there. Two-handed over advantage. Hawaii outdied Kearney. That's dug up along the back line by Rama. Outside now, it is Kelly. The two-hand save there. Rosenthal trying to go over on 2. Somehow works it from his wall back over the net. Outside Kelly. Dug up by Jordan. The swing by Wright. Dug up again by Jordan. Here's Herney. Cross court down. Are you kidding me? That was incredible.
Oh my goodness. What a rally. I believe it would be a challenge, possibly by not going to use their challenge paddle.
Trey Jordan, give him a libero jersey already with a couple of big-time digs on that sequence.
You know, you get 1 or 2 digs a night. There's the one play by Rosenthal. He pops it over. How about that? As you said, from his wallet.
D-set, Decker. And that one right through the arms of Christian Tadriski. So UCLA restoring some order after this place was popping following the effort of the last rally.
What a set from Rowan gives his hitter basically a one-on-one or maybe a moving block with a split.
Pat there by Kearney. Middle set, Todd with a laser straight down to the floor.
Great set from Rosenthal. I like it better when Todd does not go right on top of center, but instead goes to the gap area. It hits it like they call a 31. Makes it tougher on the middle block.
11 serving 9. Hawaii showing signs of life. Forces the overpass off the Rosenthal serve. Beck roll war. And Hawaii up 3. Oh, they're going to call Roar for a back row violation, however, on what was a late reversal by the R1 Ronald Pelham. There was not a review of any sort. That was just an overrule by Pelham. And some looks of confusion on the Hawaii side of the net. I'm going to say that Roar stepped on that 3-meter line, and he clearly did, so a good call. The long Diallo serves it into the net. Well, Hawai'i showing some signs of life here, Seamick, in set 3.
And I think the lineup change helped a little bit, just to get some fresh energy in.
Rowan going outside. This is Rama off blocking out. 7th kill for Zach Rama. Hawaii hitting .545 here in set 3. They've committed just 1 hitting error. On the other side, that betters UCLA percentage just a tad. They're now hitting .071 though. And yet still trailing by just a point. Here's Rowan. What a pass there by Kearney. Outside war, 1-on-1, and he pulverizes it.
Adrian Ward starting to warm up. Gets kill number 8 to go along, unfortunately, with 5 errors.
Entered this match averaging 3.2 kills per set, .401 hitting percentage. The sophomore from Lyon, France, top 10 in country in hitting percentage. 150 here so far tonight, but things starting to look up a bit. And then Trey Jordan, oh, he got 2 hands on it, but it falls down on the Hawaii side.
And as you said, what a difference the 2 offenses this set. Hawaii hitting .583, UCLA hitting $133. What a difference for them.
Here is Jordan. Oh, the point of contact was in another stratosphere.
Again, they're setting the gap area between the right side blocker and the mid blocker. Having a lot more success than going right on top of the setter.
Happy Gilmore. That's a solid nickname for someone who never ceases to smile at any point. Good serve by Treesky. Roar, says Mahanui Law. And Hawaii gets the 51st in set 3.
That's making a difference as it's giving Hawaii's offense a chance to recycle and get another opportunity.
To 9 kills now. Treesky on the serve. Pop straight up in the air by Connolly, and then from the back row, it's Rama, goes off of the shoulder of Christian Tetrisky.
What a great pass by Connolly there.
Yeah.
Tetrisky ripped that one pretty good. Connolly popped it up perfectly.
So if you're just joining us, UCLA winning the first 2 sets with veritable ease. Hawaii making some changes to the lineup. Christian Tetrisky, Finn Kearney up there, and they have shown a different level of energy here so far. Here is Tetrisky from behind the line. Tetrisky saying that there was a touch. Ronald Pelham did not see it. He says it's an out ball, and Charlie Wade being urged on by his players to challenge the touch.
I think the Miles be saying that the blocker might have touched the antenna as well.
Oh, you're right. Let's see.
Right there.
Oh, boom.
There.
Oh, that's a good call, C-Mac. Yeah, that is Sean Kelly. Quite clearly, that left forearm comes into the pin.
Before the ball goes down. Should be another quick call by Randy Rubinall. He's been fast tonight, very quick. And I think very accurate.
So what do you think about this injection of some energy with some fresh legs from Christian Tetrisky and Finn Kearney here? And even Adrian Rohr getting a little bit lifted, perhaps, by some of that.
Well, here the other advantage they have is that UCLA doesn't have much film on either of those guys, so they may be bringing something different that's making a difference how UCLA is defending them. The slight advantage for now. I'm sure UCLA is going to try to adapt and make some adjustments to sort of slow down those 2 guys. But right now, Hawaii hitting .533 this set. UCLA hitting .88. So clearly the offense for Hawaii started to click.
Well, clearly Kelly made contact with the pin. I think the only question, like you were alluding to, was the ball down before that contact, and I don't think it was.
It was still in the air. The one camera angle we had, the ball was clearly in the air.
As mentioned, this is a UCLA team that's trying to complete the set in terms of Big West teams they have defeated this year. They played everybody with tonight's match. They played everyone in the Big West. So, yeah, the ball clearly very much in the air.
It's the end of there, ball still up. Easy call.
But UCLA 6-0 against the rest of the Big West. They have beaten Long Beach State twice. They have won over UC San Diego, CSUN, UCSB, and Irvine.
So John Hawks doesn't back down anybody as far as scheduling goes. He wants to schedule the best.
Not sure why this particular review is taking so long. Let's see what the call is here. Ruben, the verdict. And it is a violation. And Hawaii gets the point. And a successful challenge for Charlie Wade. And you see the smile from Christian Treesky. John Hawks, none too happy about that final ruling, but I think clearly it was the correct call.
Yeah, Christian was the closest player to the play when Charlie listened to him.
Two knees, the pass by Connolly. Back row, Rama dug up, over, and out by Treesky. So Rama with another put down. That is 9 for him.
It's amazing. It's just a 2-point game, even though Hawaii's offense is on fire. UCLA's not, but they're only behind by 2.
How about that reaction by Grinch? Here is Kearney off the hands and down. Finn Kearney in a bit of a groove here. 3 kills on 4 swings for him.
Right where he left off on Thursday night.
So we got a couple of Phoenix guys out there. Zach Rama on inside, Finn Kearney on the Hawaii side, and here's Charlie. Here is Kainoa Wade on to serve. Back row, Rama. That is kill number 10, so in double figures once more.
Kearney on Thursday night, 9 kills, 1 error, hit 667. So he's continuing his hot streak, as is Rama.
Finn also had a couple of aces in that match. Served by Kelly, winds up in the net. And now Trevor Rosenthal's turn to serve here.
You gotta love the white and green ambiance tonight of the crowd. Everybody in the lower bowl wearing white, everybody in the upper bowl wearing green.
Well, this was a highly anticipated showdown. Rosenthal takes it down the line. Good pass, Rama. Back row, Kelly. And he bears it right in front of Fred Rosenthal.
He is so good at that big. UCLA hasn't come close to stopping it either at the net by blocking or digging in the back row.
Yeah, the only time he has committed a hitting error was when he hit it out. He has 12 kills. He's hitting 6-11 here for the match.
He's amazing.
Winning ABCA National Player of the Week, Sean Kelly. Career high 21 kills against USC in that 5-setter at SC. Followed that up in a 4-set win 3 nights later at Pauley. 17 kills. Tetrisky slowed down from that left pin. Back row there is again. Up in the air by Rosenthal. Also Kearney goes cross court. Tetrisky blocked and roof. Right into the teeth of that resistance. And it was Cameron Thorne coming up next to Rama.
Solid UCLA block there. Not a great shot selection by Tetrisky.
So 17 serving 18. We've talked about UCLA late in sets. Trent Alafaro on the serve. Rosenthal going against the grain. Kearney hit out. Was there a touch? Yes, there was a touch. And so Kearney gets another kill. He's still without an error. UCLA just now realizing that that wasn't their point, and so now they want their head coach, John Hawks, to challenge the point.
Does he have a challenge left? Yeah, he does have one left.
He was successful in his last challenge, so the call on the floor was a touch. The challenge is that there was no touch. Let's see if we can tell from this camera angle. I don't see a touch.
I don't see one either.
Nothing on the back end either.
And it definitely does not go in. I think that's a no touch. It's a successful challenge.
Yeah, that's not particularly close to a touch either.
No.
So what has been, obviously, we're not breaking any news by suggesting that this is a really good UCLA team. Proof is in the pudding. They're 17-0.
Yeah.
What has been your impression of seeing them now here in person in this environment?
Impressive. They always take smart shots. Great serving team. And they've got an All-American center who's #1 in every category.
Well, here we go. Carly Wade, they practice this in the gym almost every day. It's starting at 18 all. How do they close the deal with paintbrush action there from Justin Todd, but it does the trick. And Hawaii jumps ahead 19, serving 18. It'll be Finn Kearney. The Rainbow Warriors just trying to avoid the sweep here in this 30th Outrigger Invitational Showdown.
Tyler Farrell with another good serve turn. He's been money from behind the service line.
Time bomb, that's Finn Kearney's nickname. Outside, Rama dug up by Kearney. Greenwich centers it. And War raise it off the hands of the block. Bump set, cross court. Rama tight to the net. Tatriski keeps it up. Greenwich sets up War. Laid off the block there by Decker. Back row, Kelly. Terminates again.
Sean Kelly is uncanny. How he hits the back row quick. Amazing.
He's up to 13 kills. He's hitting 600.
Just a sophomore, by the way.
Yeah. He's getting better every week here this season, it seems.
Nice pass from Kearney.
Boy, they need it. And he goes down the line in. Hawaii gets to 20, and here we go. The race is on. Rainbow Warriors fighting for survival. A double sub with Trey Jordan rotating into the front row, and Louis Sakanoko back to serve.
Interesting, his serve, he's struggling with his serve. I'm surprised he's getting the call, but you know, he can serve up a bunch of aces. He served 9 in one game in his first year.
Again, the toss just seemed to force him way out in front.
He's been struggling, working on it all week, trying to shorten that toss, going back to the high toss for some reason.
So now we're tied at 20, and every coach runs this drill, right?
Yeah.
Put 20s up on the board, let's go. And that's an ace. Zach Rama at the perfect time delivers his first ace of the night, and Carly Wade going to signal for a timeout. His attack.
Might have forgotten that he was back row.
You know, he hasn't played all that much, at least in a game situation. Going into this week, he had played in 16 sets. Hadn't seen the floor since January 14th.
Yeah.
Serve there by Grayson Bradford. Middle set, Jordan blocked, kept up by Kearney. Now Rowan tight to the net. Set off the mark, advantage Hawaii. Rosenthal, D-set to Tatriski. Blocked, but it stays in. Rosenthal outside, Roar has to go with the left hand, but he makes it work.
That was a crazy rally again. I'm not sure Triski's ball was blocked by much. Maybe a pinky got it. He's trying to hit ball a little bit too hard and too down.
23, serving 22. Roar made sure he got it in. Rowan goes backside. Decker through the block. Roar keeps it alive, falling to the floor. Connolly the slide save. Decker! Oh my goodness, he unloads. Tie things up at 23.
They could call Decker the wrecker with shots like that. Wow. A mismatch there with a shortish Finn Kearney with a deck out there, 6'9". Kearney only 6'5".
UCLA coming off of a season where they won 22 games, lost to Long Beach State in the national championship. It was the fourth Final Four appearance in a row. That pass tight to the net. A joust up there, and it's Rosenthal who wins it. And it is Aloha ball here in set 3. Hawaii trying to push this match to at least a 4th frame.
What a pass by Roar. Could have easily been an ace.
And everybody's standing up here on set point.
Trying to make a difference here. Stan Shiv center.
Hey, Jordan the serve. Rowan going to go outside and down through the block by Kelly. Jordan keeps it alive, but not going to be able to forge a return, and Kelly gets another kill. How about 14 for him?
Just continues to back it up. He goes back to serve. He's been successful back there as well.
He has a service ace on his stat line. Pass by Kearney. Here to Treesky, off the block and down. And they'll rise again here. Set point number 2 for the Rainbow Warriors.
And they're rolling. 3rd set for the fans.
And how about to Treesky? Inserted into this set for the first time tonight. 7 kills at 417. Rosenthal. Pass by Connolly, gonna drift, joust up there, stays on the Hawaii side. So Roar, high ball set, Kearney, blocked and roped. Oh, it was Diallo jumping up next to Rowan. They had some other plans.
A well-formed block, to say the least.
How about 8 ties in set 3? How about 6 ties since it was 2020?
Fans are getting money's worth.
Diallo floats it over. Rosenthal off the net. Here's Kearney, blocked and roped. They had him again. Cameron Thorne jumping next to Rama.
I believe Thorne might be warned about seeing something after the stuff, not sure.
Yeah, maybe the celebration a little over-exuberant, at least in the eyes of R1 Ronald Pelham, but Kearney gets blocked back-to-back. Yeah, a little talking through the net.
Yeah.
So now it's Aloha ball for the match here for UCLA. Pass by Roar. Rosenthal outside to Treesky. He chooses violence.
Fans got ready to stand up, and they were so used to it, but no, it's just a tie, folks.
Was Christian Treesky back the weekend has proven once again that he's still got some goods as that hit goes long. No touch up front. And once again, it is a low ball for Hawaii, but we're going to have a challenge here by John Hawks. And this is a biggie. This is his last challenge. If he loses it, he would not have a challenge for set 4.
I think he called timeout.
Okay, he's not challenging that call. He's signaling for a timeout. Got it. Which would make a little bit more sense considering now with the very distinct possibility of going to a 4th set, you're going to want to have that challenge available.
Exactly.
All right, let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan.
Thanks, Kono. On the UCLA sideline right now, the coaching staff really talking to the passers. They recognize Hawaii has been a little bit more efficient in the 3rd set, putting them in some passing trouble. So they're really just spending a lot of time focusing on getting their passers to do a better job with their platforms. On the Hawaii sideline, the earlier timeout, Cruz, the assistant coach for Hawaii, is really reminding Hawaii's off-blockers, watch out for UCLA's range for their outside hitters. Hawaii's doing a nice job pulling UCLA off the net and forcing those high balls, but the pin hitters are finding success with these little cut shots. So the assistant coach is trying to make sure that their team is prepared for all different shots coming from UCLA's outside. Back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Donan Cruz, first-year assistant in essence, took the vacancy that was left when Milan Zarkovic went to the UCLA side. And Bruins have experience in these extra point sets. They set an NCAA record in their earlier match this season with Ohio State in set 2 of what was a UCLA sweep. They won the second frame 48-46. Aloha ball number 3 for set 3. Rowan going back row, and it is Kelly again, just delivering time and time again.
Ron Hawks and I talked about earlier in the week, going down the middle was going to be a strategy for them with setting a middle attacker up front or they're setting the back row quick.
Here's Rowan. And it's going to be a long run for Ward. He's able to center it, but a free pass winds up in the net. And UCLA once again will serve for the match. And now Charlie Wade's going to signal for a timeout. Oh, the twists and turns. And just more evidence of how this UCLA team just refuses to get sent away.
This particular set is how I thought all 3 sets were going to go tonight. Instead, it's been UCLA dominating the first 2 sets. Hawaii finally getting their offense together, hitting 343 this set, and UCLA now hitting 300, getting their offense back going again in full gear, led by Sean Kelly. Unbelievable.
Yeah, 15 kills now on 23 attacks for Sean Kelly. The sophomore out of Loyola High School, where he won a prep national championship and was the CIF D1 Player of the Year. The sophomore is hitting .609, throw in an ace, a handful of... Well, and this is the scenario that if you're John Hawks, you'll take every time. You are serving for a match against another ranked opponent, and you have Andrew Rowan behind the service line.
He was the one who served set point against Ohio State to end that 48-46
That's right.
match.
Can you imagine 94 points? Pass by Greenwich is a beauty. Rosenthal backside to Treesky. It was a little tight to the net, but he still made it work. And then he makes a little face through the net, and he gets a bit of a stink-eye look from Ronald Pelham. And we're tied again. 48-46 is a long way to go, but it had to be 28-28 at one point, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it took an hour to play, I think, in one set.
Dodd on the serve. Connolly, that'll pull Rowan off the net. And joust up there, goes off the Hawaii block and out. UCLA wins it. And I think Ronald Pelham, first thing he wants to do is just settle things down. There's a little too much chirping through the net for his liking. And so he's going to talk to the 2 floor captains, the 2 setters, and he's going to try to calm that stuff down. The call on the floor was a UCLA point, but it was last touched by Hawaii, and Charlie Wade is going to challenge this. It was also ruled out off of the Hawaii touch. And so there are a couple of things that they can look at. They can look at who touched it last, and they can look to see if they believe the ball caught any piece of that sideline.
Yeah, I think this is a knocked out. Or is it possible it's put off the hands of the attacker, and the attacker was the last one to touch it? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, the call's going to be upheld, so a failed challenge there by Charlie Wade, and once again, it is Aloha ball for the match for UCLA. So they're serving to close this thing up for the 3rd time, and it'll be Zach Rama. Roar, overpass. And where did that land as Tread Rosenthal goes down? What is the call? They're going to say that it's a UCLA point, that it was Fred Rosenthal as back row attacker. So the violation there, the crowd got awfully silent because what is an incredibly impressive 3-set sweep victory for UCLA. And Milan Zarkovic hugging his setter and his coach. You know, he wanted this one. And it is UCLA taking it in 3, 25-18, 25-20, and 30-28 as UCLA improves to 18-0 to start this season. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Let's check it out.